July 2nd, 6:31 p.m. Thursday. Royals game's on 35 and 52 Royals. They're pretty terrible. I think I looked at the worst team in the American League. Maybe the National League has one or two teams worse, or they're at the bottom of the barrel. But first place in their division is only Chicago White Sox, 3, 4, 5 games above 500. Well, if the Royals get hot here, they can come back. It's possible. Got to get hot. Saw a commercial for a core church guy, Hamilton, running for political office. Well, he's been successful with that church. Has been very successful. I've never seen. That was the first mega church I ever saw. Went into it when I had singles back a long time ago, 20, 30 years ago. And story is he started preaching at a funeral home. Well, they got first big mega church, and they had a second one that was wow, and the third one's like unbelievable. And I've got campuses, satellites, churches around town. I don't know how many they got, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess he's going to retire from that if he wins the political race. Well, he's been that church has been successful, and all the stuff they've built, the buildings, and I don't go there that much anymore. They kicked me out of singles one time when I told the truth about my legal issues, job issues, when people asked me, and I probably said a few cuss words or something, and was people complain. That's their prerogative, and they could have said something in private instead of making a big deal in front of everybody. But I'm not guilty. I've got nothing to hide. I volunteered for free, and I was doing it for my own social. A single guy trying to meet women and maybe drum up some business for the real estate. It all went down the toilet. So, I wasn't a member of the church. I was a member of the Village Presbyterian Church since I was born, or I officially became a member out there, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. I've gone there my whole life. I'm not really a big church. To me, it's a place to go socialize and be around people, hopefully, that are going to be peaceful and respectful. There's people in there pulling pot shots on people and saying shit. It's like everywhere. He's got this commercial: all men are created equal. All, all the Declaration of Independence. All individuals possess natural, unalienable rights of life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Now, the definition of those things: what do you call life? Yeah, staying alive. Liberty, freedom. You're not oppressed by the government, police, right to bear arms, whatever, protect yourselves. Pursuit of happiness. Well, what's that mean? If it makes you happy, can't be that bad, whatever that song. Well, some people seem to be happy pursuing happiness, doing illegal activities, drug dealing, killing people, hurting people, stealing stuff. I don't think that's what it means. I think I'd be happy with my own hedge fund, my own real estate company, and I've been blatantly disrespected in that process and all the rules forever. So I do this shit, and hopefully, I don't know, it's not getting the billions to me. All men are created equal. I guess here in Johnson County, where I grew up, it's competitive. You're no different than everybody else. On a sports team, when you're a kid playing sports, you an A student, a B student, a C student, are you in the gifted class, the accelerated class, whatever. So, not everybody's created equal in that way. Some people are naturally born better athletes, physically better at certain, bigger, stronger, faster, whatever. Some people are naturally better looking. They're born with, with perfect, they turn out looking perfect. Some people aren't. They're not lucky like that. Maybe their parents were doing drugs or smoking or drinking alcohol and it fucked up their baby in the womb and they came out, they were less than perfect. They, I got uneven nostrils. I guess I have a deviated septum. My second brother I think, has it. My teeth are kind of fucked up. Gonna get some teeth pulled here next week, I think, is on schedule. Cost some money, but been letting it go because they don't bother me that much, especially when I'm eating healthy without eating the crap I was eating before. Diabetes issues, cholesterol, and blood pressure. Still eating some stuff I shouldn't, but I got gaps in my teeth. I had braces when I was a kid. Bucktooth Bucky. Teeth still are kind of fucking. I notice some of these people, top athletes, have perfect teeth, perfect facial symmetry in their facial features, whatever. We're not all created equal in that way. In the eyes of the law and the Constitution, we all have the same freedom and same opportunity to pursue happiness, doing what we want to do, have the ability to do, and within the rules of this law, the system, theory. Yeah, I'm not good enough to be a 7-foot center in basketball, or a pro football player. I wasn't that good. I didn't try to be. I started wearing glasses as a kid. I couldn't hit a fastball. I could hit a softball, but I couldn't hit a fastball. Played golf. Dad belonged to a country club. I played golf my whole life growing up. If I would have pushed it, I might have been able to become a pro golfer. It really wasn't on my goal, motivation, agenda, being the top money manager in the world. I just said I was a money manager, GAC, Capital Management as a kid. And I was smart in math, one of the smartest kids in math going through grade school and high school. And I don't know. My evolution in money management, stock market, everything has evolved. It's what it is today. My website's privatehedgefund.com. Momentum, swing trading, charts, fundamental analysis, earnings. And, I guess that fundamental stuff was more what Purdue taught, but Purdue taught the efficient market theory that it's impossible to make money in the stock market. And I thought it was a bunch of BS, so I didn't study much. I studied enough to graduate. And the purpose is to maximize stock owner value. And I thought that was a bunch of BS too, and based on owning stock and working, and they don't maximize stock owner value. And that's precedents were established on 16. And anybody with common sense in their brain and experience knows that. You can say maximize stock owner value and name the company and apply that idea. And what company do you own enough to have any influence over? These corporate raiders, they buy up 51% of stock or a lot of it, or it's a tug of war between them and the board of directors sometimes. And, I was buried in the maximized stock owner value, but it's never worked for me. It's never really put money in my pocket. Video Corner that I had controlled the ownership of us and turned my life into fucking hell. But anyway, Merrill Lynch, you still owe me $1 trillion for the trespassing. Everything since I was 16, all the murder gossip, identity theft, lookalike, fraud. Yeah, it's all logical that, yeah, it's real. And it could be just gossip, bullshit. It's not real, but it logically could be real. And I really have been in jail and messed with by people in the jail and the state hospitals, these so-called professionals and doctors and everything. They're punks. Foreigners, or, country people don't like city people. Foreigners don't like white Americans, or My college fraternity, they used to say crap, while I'm in chains and threaten me because they're all punks. So the state of Kansas, Merrill Lynch, you owe me $1 trillion. With Barney Payne Weber, you owe me $1 trillion. Paycheck Precedent, $4 billion a year hedge fund. Google it. Per year, 15% per year. The guy earned in his hedge fund, and he got paid $4 billion. I can earn 15% a day. I got to get $4 billion a day for every day since kindergarten because I said my degrees don't matter at Merrill Lynch. I said my degrees don't matter at the Kansas license office in Topeka. Real estate did different bullshit. So hand me $1 billion for your different bullshit. I guess you guys don't have the trillions the New York Wall Street stockbroker offices. The affiliate, then they said the Merrill Lynch in Kansas City has nothing to do with Merrill Lynch in New York and stock market. Unless it's just one piece of shit thing after another that's unreal. That it is real, but it's just unbelievable. These idiots in there, just local yokels, lawyers, idiots, not doctors. They're just, all these people are just scum, punks. So hand me the money. It's the 4th of July coming up. I need some money to go have fun with.